Across the high plateau of Bolivia, the endless white surface of Salar do Uyuni stretches so far that horizon and sky begin to merge into a single plane of light. During the dry season, the ground hardens into geometric salt patterns, cracked and shaped into natural mosaics that shimmer beneath thin mountain air. But when rain falls lightly across the flats, a transformation occurs. Water spreads evenly across the surface, turning the earth into a perfect mirror. Mountains, clouds, and even the sky itself appear duplicated below, creating an illusion where up and down lose definition. Standing within that reflection, distance becomes disorienting, and scale feels impossible to measure. The silence is vast, interrupted only by wind moving across shallow water that barely ripples the mirrored surface. As clouds drift overhead, their shadows move both above and below, as though the world exists twice in fragile symmetry. At sunrise and sunset, light fractures across the horizon, dissolving edges until the boundary between land and sky disappears entirely. And in that suspended reflection, Salar do Uyuni does not feel like a desert, it feels like an unfinished horizon. Along the northern coast of Norway, the jagged peaks of the Lofoten Islands rise abruptly from dark Arctic waters, their silhouettes sharp against shifting skies. Snow clings to mountain ridges even as waves crash against narrow shorelines, creating a contrast between stillness above and motion below. Small red fishing cabins sit quietly along the coast, dwarfed by vertical cliffs that appear almost too steep to belong to gravity. During winter, daylight lingers only briefly, casting long blue shadows across frozen inlets before surrendering to darkness. Clouds move quickly across the peaks, dissolving summits into mist and revealing them again without warning. The sea reflects pale northern light in muted tones, never bright, never fully calm. Wind travels across open water, carrying the distant sound of surf that echoes faintly between rock walls. When night deepens, the sky occasionally ignites with aurora, green ribbons unfolding slowly above black mountains. In that glow, the islands appear suspended between ocean and atmosphere, neither fully land nor sea. Standing on those quiet shores, scale feels immediate and personal, as though the landscape presses inward rather than expanding outward. And within that pressing stillness, Lofoten does not feel remote, it feels elemental. In the remote southern reaches of Chilean Patagonia, the granite spires of Torres del Paine rise sharply above open plains, their vertical faces catching light long before the valleys awaken. The peaks stand isolated against vast skies, carved by glaciers that once moved slowly across this land, shaping valleys and lakes of improbable turquoise. Wind travels relentlessly across the steppe, bending grasses and carrying distant echoes from rock walls that appear too steep to scale. Clouds gather low around the towers, obscuring them in shifting veils before revealing their sharp silhouettes once more. Glacial lakes mirror the mountains imperfectly, their surfaces rippled by cold air descending from higher elevations. There are no dense forests here to soften the terrain, only exposed slopes, stone, and open horizon. At sunrise, the granite turns briefly golden, glowing against a backdrop of pale blue sky before fading back into gray. As evening falls, shadows stretch across the plains, and the towers darken into monolithic shapes against fading light. Silence does not dominate this place, wind does. And within that restless air and vertical stone, Patagonia does not feel distant, it feels untamed.